Hello, welcome again to the Diaspora panel. My name is Dejiolaya, based in Ireland. I have with me, as always, Mr. Olaitan Adedigba, who is based in the United States of America. Mr. Adedigba, you are welcome to today's meeting.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
I also have Mr. Olalawal, who is based in Canada. Mr. Lawal, you are also welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, this is the Diaspora panel, the voice of the diaspora, where we discuss issues about Nigeria and international politics. Now, if you are not yet a subscriber to our channel, please hit that button, that red button called subscription. It's free of charge. It means that anytime we do a new video, you will be one of the first people to know about it. Today, we want to discuss something that has caused a lot of sadness in the last 1 week or thereabout. It is the death of a 27-year-old entertainer called Mohbad. That's his stage name. I think his name is Imole. That is his usual name, but his stage name is Mohbad. Now, sometimes, in the last few weeks thereabout, this young man died due to complications, owing to the stress. He was with one record label called Malia Music. And I think after about a few years after being with that label, he decided to opt out. And then his life, went under threat. And anytime he goes to go and do any live show, and they will go and disrupt the party, they will, he was being beaten all over the place. And this young man, he complained to the police, nothing was done. Until eventually something happened, something bad did happen to him. So we also understand that most of these record labels, they are all into cult. You have to join a cult before they can promote you. So, Lighton, let me start with you because you are the first person in the studio. Should somebody who is not happy being with a record label and wants to move on to someone else or wants to be on his own, should that be a cause of a threat where it should be threatening somebody's life?
That go a long way to show that we are in lawless society in Nigeria. Yeah, they sign an agreement that he wants to be promoting him, want to be with him, and be showcasing all his records, everything. They want to be managing him, so to say. But this guy was being paid peanuts. It is only in Nigeria that the industries they are not well regulated. We are using a rule of thumb, right? And we keep complaining, and nothing is being done. The legislators, the judiciary, the senators in Nigeria, the House of Assembly in Lagos, all the state of House of Assembly, what are they doing? Or they don't know the essence of being there. What are they doing? They are there to make laws, right? They are there to regulate this industry. How can somebody wake up and say, okay, because you signed with me, then you should be with me for years or for eternity? It's wrong. When I'm not comfortable with you, I can resign. There should be a clause in their agreement. The guy is saying, okay, I've been paid peanuts. They asked me to come and join court. They asked me to be carrying cocaine. To be doing all this stuff. So I can't do it. I'm not comfortable with all this stuff. I'm a Christian. I'm from a Christian home, right? But these guys, they keep looking for him everywhere he went, and they were maltreating him. They are disturbing him. They are sending, even to the extent the guy married. He couldn't celebrate the marriage. They came back. He couldn't celebrate the birth of his only son, right? So to the extent I learned that the guy was depressed. He wanted to commit suicide. They beat him everywhere he went, everywhere he goes. They will beat him, right? So they said they will make life uncomfortable for him until they snuff life out of that boy. For what? The Lagos State House of Assembly, they should make law, and they should be collecting taxes from all these boys, the promoters. They should be paying taxes for the state. They should be paying. They should regulate law. There should be enabling laws, right? And the judiciary should know all these people. They have to be interpreting all these laws to the common people. They have to protect the people now. They have to protect people. They should not leave them at the vagaries of the promoters.
Thank you, Lighton. Shukwa, let me come over to you. Can you please unmute yourself? So, Shukwa, this young man was said to have written to the police to complain that some people are after his life. The police, when they got his petition, what they did was they asked him to come, and they invited the people who are after his life so that they to come and meet them. But it didn't show up. But is that what the police should have done? Should they not have investigated the matter instead of, putting his life in danger?
The Nigerian police force, in my opinion, is the most ridiculous force in the whole planet. And I will tell you why. When I was much younger, when I used to, I was raised in Nigeria, there were reports where people, really frantic neighbors would call the police that their neighbors are currently being robbed. And you know what the police would tell them? The police would tell them, oh, we don't have a car. Can you come to the station to pick us to the place where they're doing the robbery? That is as ridiculous as it can be for somebody who is truly in fear of his life or his neighbor's life, that you will ask of them at that point in time. It is no different, maybe 20, 30 years now, it is no different from what is happening today and what has unfortunately happened to this boy. Somebody wrote, before he could get that much courage, to write to the Inspector General of Police, means that he expected the police to actually come to his aid. If anybody is in fear of their life, or they are, quite honestly, being intimidated or harassed in Nigeria today, what is the process for them to get police help? I took the liberty to search on the Nigerian Police Force website. There is no information on what any member or any citizen should do if they have this problem.
Thank you very much.
Nothing at all. So this is really, I think, just before we move on, because I think this is very important, there should be an investigation as to why there was so little response from the police. Are they probably conniving even with the people who were intimidating this young man? What really actually happened?
Right.
Where do we get the assurance that if people who are being intimidated in the future take the same course of action, that it will not result in the same outcome?
Thank you very much. Lighton, we know that the police, they see these boys, it's all, they're all in gangs, in different kind of confraternities, Black Axe, Buccaneer, Aye, and all those, and they are all rampant, even in secondary schools. They are all over the street as gangs, they're smoking marijuana, and the police are seeing them, they're looking at them, and they're looking the other way. Is that the way to run a society?
The police are the reflection of the whole system we call Nigeria. The whole system is rotten. It has been, the rot has eaten into the cankerwood of the whole society. That only when we get a serious-minded people. And how do we get serious-minded people? Not by words of mouth, right? By people who are determined to making sure that Nigeria regain their position, right? Where everything will work. We need training and retraining We need new orientation. We need new rebates. We need to be debriefed. An instance where police I mean, you go and complain. The police will call the accused. The accused, they will ask you to step out, and they will collect money from the accused. They will collect money from you, right? And when the accused give them much bigger money than you are offering them, then they will turn the case against you. This guy, particularly this guy, he has been stressed up. His mental, we have to look at his mental health, right? The guy wanted to kill himself. He wanted to commit suicide, like what some of his friends said. And the guy was stressed. He was intimidated. He was maltreated, right? And he was harassed. And ordinarily, when you invite police to come and investigate that, it's enough for them to be called upon. All those Larry Ashamari, Naira Mali, all this Mali. So if you had invited them, this guy would not have died, right? And when they didn't invite this guy, and these people, they are boasting that they have nothing to come out of it, and anywhere you go, for even in overseas where you harass somebody, it's a criminal offense.
Yeah.
It's a criminal offense to harass somebody for what?
Right. Let me pause.
So, when Nigeria they just do whatever they like. The police, nobody to caution them, because if you've taken the Nigeria police, you sue them for millions of naira for their inability to do whatever they are supposed to do. The main things will have been lessened.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Lighton. Shupo, what really infuriated me and why I'm so sad is that when this young man died, his father was called, to the hospital to say, okay, your son has died. Now, there was no death certificate issued. None at all. None that I'm aware of. And this man took the dead body and hurriedly bought a little coffin, put the boy in a coffin. And the coffin was so small, he had to bend the boy's neck and then hurriedly buried him. Is this, do you think does it make any sense?
Well,
I mean, no police was contacted. Nobody, I mean, you didn't contact the mother, you didn't contact the wife of this young man. It just went and buried him.
Trust me, the man probably saw what happened to his son. He's probably also been threatened. Is for me the only explanation I can give to why somebody, a father, would not want justice, for his son. So maybe he's also still being threatened. Is why that happens. But I would also like to draw attention to something that happens a lot in Nigeria, which is that people die every day and they are buried, without a proper, death certificate. No autopsy is performed. There is no cause of death. So, it could be through natural causes or it could be a homicide. Nobody knows. And lawmakers are not really interested in doing that because there is going to be nothing coming out of it for them, if they push for those laws. So this is something that needs to be addressed. I think there should be laws passed in Nigeria, if there are not any already on the books, that people should not be buried without a proper death certificate.
Yeah.
And the death certificate should clearly signify the cause of death and the time of death as determined by an authorized medical practitioner.
Thank you very much.
I don't think that is too much, excuse me, to ask for. And I think, having to go through that process will likely force, people who want to commit foul play, to think twice before they perform, their evil acts. That would be something that needs to happen. And on another note as well, I mean, there have been so many other allegations of, harassment and intimidation, assault, burden of grievous bodily harm that this boy faced. that was being committed by Naira Marley and his people, I think that should be thoroughly investigated as well. As a matter of fact, I think that whole outfit should be properly investigated and audited.
Thank you.
If all of these allegations are true.
Thank you, Shuko. Lighton, what really pained my heart is when the police decided to investigate. They have to exhume the body. And during the process of exhumation, I watched that video. And what I saw made me to panic. I saw blood in that coffin. Now, this boy, from what we knew, wasn't bodily harmed. It wasn't like he was shot. It wasn't like there was any injury in his body. But the possibility of seeing blood from his mouth showed a kind of struggle. So do you think possibly it will have been, some drug will have been injected into his body and he fell into a long coma, and then he was already buried?
There are a series of allegations against the hard boy. They said, first and foremost, I don't think that there should be a blood in the fresh blood in the body of those guys and somebody that died. Immediately he died, the blood will have frozen, right?
So if the blood has not frozen, it means that he still has blood running in the veins. That means he's alive.
So the guy might not have died the time they bury him. As of the time they bury him, the guy might not have died. He might slip into coma, right? But come to think of it, the video I saw, the guy was saying that it was NDLE. They gave him a bottle of water to drink, which I mean, if it were to be a bit older than that, he would have asked them that, okay, until I see my lawyer, I will not drink this water. Or you drink out of this water before I drink out of it. I'm not traveling, I'm not carrying cocaine, I'm not doing anything. Cocaine is not in my body. Why are you asking me to drink the water? For what? Right? But for for a small boy of 27, so he might not even know the right. Right? He should have demanded for his lawyer until the lawyer comes around, he will not do anything. The moment they arrested him. Not only that, they said there was a boy with him that hit him, his hand, and he was complaining of the hand in one of the videos too, right? If you see that video, so a lot of patched up affairs was there, and even the bury everything is surrounded with mysteries, which I don't know. But all what I can say is Nigeria, if it is Mohbad today, it might be anybody's child tomorrow. Let us sit right. Let us do things in the right way. Let this guy would not have died if the police they've done what they are supposed to. If there is enabling a right environment, like they regulate the industry, right? The police, the House of Assembly in Lagos State, the House of Rep, and the senators, they put on an enabling law that anybody can bail out of any contract anytime, right? This guy will not have died the way he died. And they are following the law to the latter. These are the things we need. That is why I'm saying that we need human capital development. We need training, and retraining until we get it. We cannot be doing the rule of thumb. The way they are doing, they are policing in the 18th century. We are still policing like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, thank you.
Shupo, what's your last word on this? What advice will you be giving to the police? What should they be doing right now?
Well, I think this is a golden opportunity for the police force to redeem its image and to restore confidence in the citizens, for Nigerians. I think, investigating this properly and, in a very transparent manner will at least give people that confidence that this will not happen again, and that in the future, the police will take any allegations bordering on harassment and intimidation and all of these things much, much more seriously. Because otherwise, I think it would not bode well. I think what will likely end up is, if the police doesn't handle this properly, is that people will lose confidence. And what happens when people lose confidence in constitutional authority is they will take matters into their own hands. So if really we want Nigeria to be a country of law and order, this is the time for the police to step up and do the needful.
Thank you very much. So we come to the end of today's deliberation, and I want to say thank you to everyone who has watched this video. If you are one of the people watching this video right now and you have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscription button. It is free of charge. It means that anytime we do a new video, you'll be one of the first people to be notified. So I want to say, a big thank you to my friends, Mr. Ola Atandidigba, who is based in the United States of America. Thank you for coming to today's meeting.
It's my pleasure. And
also Mr. Olalawal, who is in Canada. Thank you for coming to today's meeting.
Thank you for having me.
And until we see you again next Sunday, we say thank you and God bless you all.